Oh, hello and welcome everybody back to another
Case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays. And was it ever a Case of the Mondays today? My name is Jake Hill, and with me is my lovely person. What's your name? I know your name, but tell people your name.
I think they know my name by now.
What is your name? What's your name?
Depends on the day. And who's asking.
I'm Jake Hill, and this is Katie Hagen, hence the name Hagen Hill Design, shortened to HHD, to make it easier for you peeps. And we're here on a Monday, as we always are, doing our live stream, making fun of ourselves, each other, other things, and doing some fish tube related things, stuff and things. Our daughter River is with us via satellite, I think. Via satellite. She might be waking up soon. I don't know. I move my camera, so I'm not sure where to look every time. I just look for the bright light, and I look at it, and I'll just
Go
have
towards the light, Jake.
Go towards the light. How many people we have in here? You want to say hi to them, Katie?
Yeah, let's all say hi. I'll start from the top. First in the house was Shady Grady, Sketty Nona. And then we have Jeff, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Elfish Tanks. We have Fathom Aquatics.
Fathom. Welcome, Alex.
And there are more. I just need to get down to where I can. Brandon Lightcap is in the house.
Brandon, did you say?
Branton.
Okay. Don't call him Brandon.
No.
I just call him Brant.
Okay.
That's what I call him. I call him Brant, because that's what people call him.
Splat or Zap is awaiting you at the light.
What?
I said go towards the light.
Oh, yeah.
Harris the Weatherman's here. Hi, Harris. How are you doing?
Harris is here. If you guys don't know Harris the Weatherman, you should. And you should look into his channel. We have several moderators. So if a moderator, if you know where his channel is, drop a link to his channel. Harris the Weatherman.
Vibes is in the house.
Vibes.
You got your stitches out? That's awesome. How many?
I remember it was 4. He had a bike accident and ended up getting stitches. Oh, you know what it looked like? A war wound. Like somebody stabbed him with a sword. 3 stitches.
3. Wow.
They're sparing.
Being sparingly.
They use stitches sparingly, I've noticed lately. Like, when I got stitches, I thought there was going to be a lot more. It's like, maybe it's like $5 an inch or something for that string they use. It's probably more. You never know. It's medical field. But it sure looked bad. I wanted to send you pictures of when my leg got messed up. Like,
Yeah, they weren't G-rated.
Oh, it was... Oh, because of underwear? I could have cropped it.
No, it was pretty gruesome.
Well, his was gruesome, too. It was pretty awesome.
Well, yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I'm sure it didn't feel awesome at the time, but like I told you, you're going to have a really cool scar to talk about later on. You don't have to say it's from a bike. You can say it's from, like, Viking warriors were attacking your homeland, and you know, you got that, but you should see the other guy. You know, you got him good. Oh, Monday. I had a Monday at work today, Katie.
Did you?
Yeah. They thought internet was down. What it ended up being was like a switch in the back rack. It had a bad cable, and we switched it out, rebooted it. But in order to find that out, we had to get a hold of IT department. And it took them all day until about 2 o'clock. I'm sure they're busy people. But that being said, we had no access to our printers. Most employees didn't have access to their computers at all to do any kind of work, including me. It was just kind of hectic that way. There's a little mute button so I can clear my throat like I always do in the beginning of these, because for some reason my voice doesn't come in until the last 10 minutes. There, that's better. There's a link there that Jeff put in the chat. Check him out. My favorite weatherman. Brenton says he's got a few rad scars from when they took his kidney out. Now, did you wake up in a bathtub filled full of ice? When that
I
happened?
don't think it was black market stuff.
No? At least they only took one. Most time those black market people, they'll take two. Yeah, so just got off of work. We went through our Mondays there. Granted, the full moon is coming soon. I think it's Thursday or Friday this week. Those who work retail, well, it doesn't even have to be retail. Those who work jobs interacting with people know that the full moon is very important. People get weird in and around that time. Brenton says, no, thank God I donated one to my father, who was stage 4 kidney failure. That's, you know.
That's my cue.
The kidney failure thing?
Nope. The monitor.
Okay. See, what happens anytime I try to think that I made up like a really cool, funny joke about something, ends up. No, actually, it was something very. Made a joke about kidney thing, and it ended up being something serious. Anyways, I'm glad it wasn't a bathtub kidney taking. It's very true. I'm going to have to switch it to comments up on my StreamYard thing so I can actually like put stuff up. And then I got the light right in front of there, I think. See? That was my reply to the bathtub thing. Got this stupid light right here. Look at that. Like anyone wants to see my face. But I got it set up right in front of the screen where I can't see stuff, so Katie's in charge of... Oh, is she fine now?
We're fooling. She's at the stage where she starts like she's waking up. I don't have my mic on.
Let's get you mic'd up, my dear.
She's
Let me make sure.
at the stage now that she'll wake up towards the time she's actually going to wake up, and she'll start fussing and look like she's wide awake, and you go inside or go into the room, she's fast asleep. So must have been a false alarm, but it's getting close to time she's going to wake up, I'm guessing, though.
Bye, vibes.
Thanks for coming, Vibes.
Okay. Since this screen is kind of blocked for me being able to see chat, that's why I'm looking at YouTube, but
That's
I can't
fine.
bring stuff up on screen, so
Well, what would you
that'll be
like me
kind
to?
of your job. Well,
For chat?
Breton Lightcap says they brought me into this world. I want to kind of put that up. This we were kind of talking about there. Anyway, we need to get that filter hooked up on that 210 back there. I currently can't see because for once you're blocking something. Normally it's my big head that's blocking something, but
It's not my head blocking it, though.
no,
You're
definitely
saying
not.
I have a big head.
No, definitely not saying that.
I'd hope not. You do want dinner tonight, right?
I can eat something. It's definitely fish. Always eat some fish. Not these fish. Come on.
It's the only fish we have in the...
Jorge is in the house. You see that?
Yep. Hi, Jorge.
Sorry, go ahead and do that again. I was taking off the banner. Should say Katie, Tom, and Baby River.
Tom.
Yes, Tom. If you know, you know. How many people we got? 12 it shows? We should have a lot more than that, I think. So I want to talk a little bit about filtration and, yeah, green. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that and these two people are intertwined by song, kind of? So why is it that, I think I mentioned it on the members only stream or something, people say that I look like Tom Green or I look like Eminem. And it was the only,
Definitely.
in middle school, somebody said I looked like Ted Koppel. Is that the name?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in middle school, I looked like a 60-year-old news reporter, anchor guy. That was one time. The guy was kind of, yeah. Bum ba dum, ba da ba da bum ba dum, ba da ba da bum ba dum, bum ba dum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba dum bum ba ba bum.
You sound like you're singing the Paramount song.
Ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba ba da bum ba dum, bum bum.
Oh, Jorge, I've got pictures. I'll show you. You may not see it now, but back in the day,
Jake looks like he had a beard in 6th grade. No. In 6th grade, I was
hey Skipper,
very chubby. It's kind of a chubby child. Not super bad, but I was like, not super bad chubby, but chubby. A little bit chubby now, but that's mostly because of the beard. The beer. Is that? What's that? You think I look like Eminem in that? Is that me?
that's you.
Prove it.
It's from your video.
Look at the earrings.
Yeah.
That's cool. Back when that was cool. Yeah. Looks like NSYNC. You're right. Everybody.
Hey Sam.
Oh, that's Backstreet Boys. What was I getting at anyways? Oh, the whole subject of this
People say you
live
look like
stream.
so and so, or the filter.
Oh no, it's either I'm Tom. I've had lots of people say that I look like Tom Green. I've had lots of people say that I look like Eminem. And usually, most of the time, it's the guys that say I look like Tom Green. And it's usually women that say I look like Eminem. But I don't think that I look like either one. So you're all crazy. The topic of this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, was something about an FX6 filter. Something about a fish in the deep blue sea. Everyone knows what an FX6 filter is. If you don't, then you're learning now, but it's basically a 5-gallon pail with stuff inside. It looks like a pressure cooker.
Hey, Skull. Thanks for coming.
I can't believe they haven't made bombs out of this thing yet. The fact
Well,
that it's
don't put it
got
in people's heads.
8 tie downs just to hold that pressure in there. It has a lid. It says FX6 right on it. And we got 2 of these with that big tank that's behind Katie that you can't see. It's probably my own fault for not getting it there. And inside, which I just loaded it with new sponge, are 3 trays. Inside the middle of each tray are little trays. There's all sorts of filter media in here, however you want it, really.
Hey, 3G.
It just so happens that we need to get this thing hooked up to the 200 and... Okay, now what did Joey say it was in his fancy tank calculator? Because we bought this, it was 210.
240.
And then the guy said it was a 210. Then a lot of people in live chat and different things, maybe even our live streams, said it was a 240. Joey did his calculations and said it was like a
220, 230.
around 224 or something, which is like, said the industry would call it a 220. Which, you know, all that outside dimensions, really what it probably holds is 210 gallons. I don't know. But it's the biggest tank that we have, regardless of what it actually holds. I didn't measure it. We're about 3 inches from the top, and it took 1 hour, 3 minutes, 10.21 seconds to fill it that far.
You seriously timed it out that far?
Yeah, it's on the board there.
Oh my gosh.
Hit start when I hit the button on the hose end, and then, I timed it right down. That's through like 100 feet of hose or something, so the pressure wasn't the greatest. What are you doing? It's on your t-shirt.
I gotta go. She's awake now.
For real?
For real.
Everyone's gonna leave. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle. Oh. Okay, fine. Let's turn that off. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No tickling Katie on live stream. It's just weird. Great, now at least we can see the tank now, right? You should have seen the look she just gave me. That's funny. It's that big old thing right there. You guys, 2 big Amazon sword plants in there that used to be in the 75 right back here. They got so big that they were like overgrowing the tank. Coming out the top, coming out the sides. And then they got aphids really bad on like the outside parts that were hanging out of the water. So we took them out, put them in 5-gallon pails of water each, put them outside, let the kind of sun take over them. The bugs and stuff ate off all the aphids. They got kind of cold, we'd spray them down and stuff, and then brought them back inside. So I put them in terracotta pots. You can see those in there. One is bigger than the other because I didn't have 2 of the same size, so I grabbed the 2 biggest ones that we had in our greenhouse. Now inside them I put big stones, river rock down in the bottom layer, and then gravel, just some aquarium gravel that we had around, rainbow, pukey looking gravel, along with pea gravel. Unicorn puke gravel? That's what I meant to say, not pukey gravel. And then on top of that, we put play sand, and then just set them inside there. That is because we're planning on putting the goldfish that we have in our pond outside into here for the winter time. Temporary, as Katie would say. We'll see. It is Katie's tank, so we'll do as she pleases with it. But it's getting close to winter time, and we gotta get it out of there. So as far as decorating the tank, it's not going to be a whole lot. We did have a huge piece of driftwood to put in there. After it dried out, sitting in our garage after collecting it, it lost a lot of weight and became very buoyant. So that's sitting out in the pond outside, but that's a really cool piece. I hope once we're able to get that to, sorry, I was looking at the chat a little bit. Once we get that to actually, oh, I'm sorry here, we gotta say, I have to go eat supper. Have a good night. Bye. Goodbye, Harris. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your supper. I hope it's awesome. It probably is. And tell hi to your grandma because I haven't seen her in a while. I switched jobs and I won't work with your Grandma Lori anymore. So tell Grandma Lori I said hi. So that big piece of driftwood is awesome. We're going to like glue so much Java fern onto it, and it's going to be great. That's going to go inside there. We're going to use sand. We're going to use river rock. We're going to do all sorts of stuff with it. Katie and I, it's her tank, so I'm leaving it up to her, but we both get input on it. It's going to be great. But for now, that's what it looks like. You can see a couple airlines in there. You can see the leftover crap from the background that we took off. That's the best that we could clean it up. But after we plant lots of long val in there and whatnot, they'll kind of cover up that whole back. You won't really see it that much. And I don't care. It's an awesome tank. But I need to set up that filter onto there. Now the hoses that came with it are not long enough to do the setup that I want. And I think that's because he had two of those things hooked up to it. That's why we got two FX6s. Turns out one of the motors is blown out. It's burnt out. The motors are pretty expensive. Not as expensive as a brand new unit. So I just went with the one that does work. He had two, so he had like one on each side underneath of there, and the hoses didn't have to be as long. The hoses were kind of filled full of gunk and stuff. I rinsed out one set, and we did have it running with that filter with no fish in it for, maybe 3 or 4 months. Maybe 3 months. Just after cleaning it, filling it with water to leak test it, put that on there just to kind of get the junk that was left over out. There's a little bit still in there, but anyway, I bought new hose, and they only comes in one length. Well, maybe 7. It comes in one piece. You don't get two hoses. You get 13.1 inches, which is 4 meters, 24 millimeters. I mean, this is Fluval. What is that? Italy? Italian? It's so funny that some people think that we're associated with Fluval because of being Hagen Hill. Hagen, but there's no umlaut on it. We're not affiliated with Fluval. We're not sponsored by anyone. We're sponsored by the sweat off our brows is how we're sponsored. Anyways, 13 feet. It's one hose end to end. So you gotta cut it and put it on to your valves. That's going to give me more than enough hose, and I don't think, I might just split it in half, or I might try to make it custom. So I was thinking, if you're going to make one hose shorter than the other, so you got one hose for input, one hose for output, I'm thinking that if you're going to make one shorter, you'd want the output to be shorter, as short as possible. In my mind, it's because that is like the pumping. Like the most pumps, people know water pumps. You have what's it called, head or something. It's the amount of how far up it can pump the water. So at zero, I might be saying it wrong. I want to say head. And I'll joke what you want about that, but at the pump, things can be rated for like high amounts, and usually when they sell pumps, they're like, yeah, it pumps this much per minute or this much volume per minute, and it's usually at zero head, I want to call it. Am I saying it right? Anyone going to correct me about that? Is it head? Long, short, and head. That's a good joke. I knew someone would joke about it. J-Rock, welcome. Make sure you clean the shaft too, Jake. Ah. There, there's a term for how much from the pump to the end of the pipe. Being that it mostly acts as siphon, as once the water starts flowing into that canister filter, it's a lot to do with gravity. So I felt like you could get away with a longer hose on the input and shorter on the output, the better for efficiency, for less strain on the motor or whatever. So that's how it's working out in my head. So I was figuring out the placement for underneath of there. I wonder how much, I got like a longer cord for this. Of course, it's wrapped around 500 other things, so why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? I don't know how close I can put this over here. Rest it on Katie's computer. It's about where I'm not going to be able to see much of the chat because I'm away on the computer. Alright, so I got input, output. Output should be short. You also have your drain valve here and your pump, as well as this much cord. So I have a plug-in over here, and I'll plug in over there. Being that the stand has kind of right here, I thought I did have a piece of countertop, quartz, I think it was, or whatever, sitting on top of there and have. And this is just in case there's any leaks, it'll go into that and not all over the floor. If I put it on top of a platform on here, I'm not going to have much room to work with. So it's going to have to go down. And since there's a middle brace right here, you can only put it on one side or put it on the other. So I want to have access to that and be able to plug it in. So if you can't plug it in, I guess that would be like the most prioritized part of it. Can you plug the unit in? Because the rest doesn't matter. Get beautiful if you can, then what's the point, right? It's going to kind of limit my ability to get at this. because it doesn't work that great anyways. I've been trying to unscrew and get the plug out, and there's something. It's made out of plastic, so I'm a little gentle with it. I could really reef on it and try and get it apart, but then again, I think that I'll probably break it. I don't be like break it and cuss at it because it's broken. What a cheap piece of plastic. Well, it's plastic, so maybe I shouldn't reef on it. Right now, it's holding water, and that's what's most important. That drain is there to either do water changes or to let a little bit of water out before you take it out and change it. But I found that you can shut off the valves, take the hoses off, pull it out there, worry about how much water is in there. I lift 5-gallon pails of water all the time in this fish room. So lift basically what's a 5-gallon pail of water out from under there. I can do it without leaving water. Point being, Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear? Test, test, test. Check, check, check. It's weird how this keeps going when I turned everything else off. Alright, I'm using the crappiest laptop we have. It's usually just meant for Katie to keep eye on things and chat. So how long was I out? Because I explained a lot of stuff. I was like on a roll. I'm squatting on the floor right now. Explaining things that probably most people already knew, but I was having fun with it. Tommy, can you hear me? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Yeah, I know we've all been there. I've been there like lots of times. Really just want the most simplest system possible, but you guys understand I got like 500 cords. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's just like internet connection. Alright, let me tell you something. Aurora Borealis, beautiful. God, it's been lovely. The best we've seen in a long time, at least in this neck of the woods. You know what causes that? Solar flares. The biggest solar flare we've had in years. Guess what else it likes to do besides the Aurora Borealis? It likes to screw up radio frequencies and electronics. It messes everything up. Or maybe it's just with me everywhere I go. But work has been doing it. Mom has been doing it. I don't know. Garcia, welcome in. I was on a roll, Garcia. You should have seen it. You should have been here. Oh my God, I was going so good, but maybe you wouldn't have seen it anyways because the camera went black. Everything went black. Everything got dark. All right. Should I keep going? Should I find out a way and keep going? Or should I end it because, maybe it looks and sounds like crap. Maybe this is entertainment for you guys. Just a talking head right in front of the camera. Let's talk for a while, shall we? What should I say? Big Fluval always shutting people's video down. Yeah. I wouldn't think so, because I was showing how fun it is to set it up. They haven't even gotten into the fun part yet. Berto, there's always replay. Don't worry about it. I'll have a little. I can't, if I could set up the camera. in the video to run off of this. I shut down the other computer that was actually streaming it. Katie is got her own account. She is set up on my StreamYard to be partner or whatever you want to call it. She's got the same powers, so her computer didn't shut down, and that's why I was able to keep going. It's the only thing I did right. Always looks like crap. Me? It's true. Nowadays. Yep, time has taken its toll. I've got wrinkles. All right. It threw me off a little bit. Told you should have gotten Eheim. It came with the tank, man. I didn't choose to go out and buy a Flugel. These things are like close to $400 a piece or something now, and we've got two of them. Came with two of those, two of the Flugel Sky something lights or whatever, which we're using over that tank and that one over there. And this big ass tank and the solid steel stand. A ton of Seachem chemicals and a ton of decorations, heaters, all sorts of stuff. She got for like $1,400. Katie dipped into her savings and said, "Hey, I'm getting that." And not only did she talk him down from $2,000 to $1,500, but pulled her little charm of just I don't know. She got it for $1,400. I heard the Eheims are pretty cool though. I gotta keep going. Got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Time is taking its toll. Pretty sure you've been like that since the storm dropped you on your head. Nikes. Finished setting up the filter, Jake. All right. This camera is the built-in webcam on this old HP laptop. The thing is, I don't have my wireless mic hooked up to it. In the meantime, I'm going to restart my other computer. It's going to require a ladder in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it tonight. I could, but it's 6:45. There I am. It's 6:45, almost. I basically came home from work and came right out here. I didn't even go in to say hi to Katie or River. I went straight out to the fish room, turned on the computer to get this ready. And that's my own fault. I didn't have the stream set up ahead of time. I don't do it a lot. Usually it's like last minute. I go and set it up so nobody even gets any. Sarah's back. Nobody gets any notifications. Anyways. what am I getting at? It's about 6:49 Central Time. Got off of work at 5. I really didn't get out of the place until like 10 after. Got home, it was like quarter after. 45 minutes to get everything set up. And then go on the live stream for the last 49 minutes. And just to have it kind of screw up. And then on top of that, Katie had to leave because River woke up. And I could have went in, but normally I don't even get a choice. She just goes and does it. So you're asking me about my job? It's going well, except today. Just computer issues. Yeah. I lost my Steam, guys. Oh. I ordered some new stickers the other day. So I'm holding off on sending some stickers to people I said I was going to send them to because I want you to get the new ones. Yeah, they're really, really cool. I think they will be. I haven't seen them in person yet, but I just have a feeling that they're going to be awesome. Jake, it's going fine. Don't quit. Right. Well, what's the next step? I hear a door shut. That might mean that Katie's back. Let's see. Hi. What? Well, that's okay because the whole thing went to crap anyways, and I'm just using just your laptop. And people are telling me not to quit and to continue what I was doing because it was like on a roll over here. And right now I have no microphone, it's just on here, and there's some people want me to keep going, so I'm going to. I also want to just getting the other laptop up and going here. I think it's hard for me to show you and talk to you guys what's going on if I don't have, especially if I don't have a wireless mic on. So let's see if I can figure this out quick. One moment, please. I swear. Still have to feed my fish yet, too. Filter has to get set up so that I don't know what happened, but I got zero internet on this computer. It just decided to like not work.
That's what my phone did today.
Did you turn on anything inside while you were?
No, nothing. My phone shut itself off the Wi-Fi today, so your computer probably did the same thing.
All right, there we go. Plugged into the internet works better than Wi-Fi. Thank you, StreamYard. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware. This is a good tip, though. Oh my god. Let's try that camera. Webcam access. Let's try this. That was more like before. Audio. Good. Check. Enter studio. Add the stage. Oh, how's that? Can you see both? Let's remove the one. I'll mute that one. Back into Saturday. You know what? I could really use a cigarette right now, and it's like, I know it's bad. How's that? Is it back to normal again? Can you hear me? Can you see me? You should, because is the echo gone? There's probably echo because the other one was picking up. Good morning, Craig. All right. Put a little light on the subject. God, I gotta. Whatever. Okay. So, I gotta figure out these things. There's some kind of rubber band thing on the back of this. I'm not sure if you can see it. What's the rubber band thing for? Is that just to pad against the glass? I'm worried this isn't going to be thick enough. It would be cool. I should have set that up before. We need something to step up on. Hi, Katie. I'm just out in the other part of the garage grabbing this. I explained to everyone this is getting late. God, there's spider webs all over this thing. Yuck. This is not blood on here. This is red stain from a house that it was used on. I don't think this is going to work. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that So what side does the flap go on? The outside? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It almost fits perfectly into the hole. I almost feel like that clip has to come off. Well, they designed that to do just right. Okay. Those holes are round. Round. The holes. Round. Like a tube. They have a flat side. It's flat on one side. It's not round all the way. As you can see. Like this. Katie, I need you. Do ya? Oh, man. So I got the clips on there. It's gonna like take some thought as to how much I'm gonna snip off of this. Obviously, if I do it in a rush, I'm gonna mess things up. I don't want to mess up Katie's tank. So I got two of those. One's gonna go on each side. And I'm running out of steam and out of time. It's been 1 hour. Yes. Welcome to my fish room. I do have other things that are going on in here. Like the setup of our tanks over here. You can't see them. They're right there. I replaced the middle tank. Was that last night? I was trying all these different fancy things with trying to live stream using my phone, not the computer. Just trying different stuff. So I showed a little bit of that last night, but this is a members only thing. The cut end needs to be in the water. But that's not how he had it set up. Okay, you're going to force me to keep going because I'm going to show you the hoses. These are the hoses that came with it. Okay? Look, they've been bent so long that they're already... I've been using them. These are valves that snap to the top of the filter, right? Observe. There is a hose clamp on them. That's the cut end. This is the end. We had attached. We use this little end because it's so fun. I had it over top like this. So I don't think the cut end goes in the water. I think the cut end goes over top of the valve. I didn't leak a single drop of water with that setup. But you can see these hoses are just much too short for how it's going to sit in there. It's just maybe on one side. The other side is going to be really hard to kind of get there. So, plus they're old and had lots of gunk inside. That's why I got the new ones. Am I being lazy? Maybe not. But it is Monday. There's other people that stream. June is correct. Reverse the hose. But how is it going to stay on there, though? I don't see how that's correct. It's the other side, this hose, like this input here, it's got these little lines all along the side of it. This is not rigid. Okay, so how are you going to connect a cut off piece of, how's that supposed to connect? You use a hose clamp? Use the hose clamp on here. There's nothing to clamp against. This is soft. There's nothing rigid to clamp. That hose is soft and this is soft. So what are you clamping onto? Shady Grady says no. So no, say it like an Australian. Nair. It fits inside. Fits inside the hose. The clamp is for the quick connect. So you telling me there's just pressure? Okay. You guys are driving me. All right. Is that a metric size? I'm getting a nut driver. Trust me, I'm still here. You can hear me. Just, that one's too small. This one, just right. Okay. All right. First, a drink. Nut driver. We'll loosen this right up. You're telling me I can't even get this thing off of there. Holy crap. Tight? It won't come off. I might have to cut it. I'm gonna cut it because I got new hose anyways. Goodness gracious, why does everything have to be such a struggle? Because if you don't work for it, it's not worth it. Alright guys, I'm gonna use scissors to cut this off because alright. Cut that off. So mind you, this stuff is like, let's use proper scissor safety. Oh my god, we're scissoring. Let's get this. You're telling me that little rubber fitting is what goes over top of this. And I can't for the life of me find any of my utility knives in my own freaking garage. Oh, Lord. Obviously well prepared for this live stream. I don't know what the problem is. We set out all the tools out for you ahead of time, Mr. Hill. No, it's not sticking, it's rotating around. It's just not sliding off the end of it. I got most of it cut there. Crying out loud. There. Let's take that off. All right, so here's the valve, right? It's got hose barbs on there. You saw how hard it was to get that corrugated tube off of there. You're telling me this end, which I can show you on the new one, but it looks just like this. This goes on here. I think you're playing with me because there's no way, maybe because it's the old one and it's like, it has not much give, but it's the same size. And it's not going to go over it. Actually, this is bigger. There's no stretch. Let's take the new one, just to be sure. I don't know what kind of backwards... Oh, this is much bigger than... Oh, this new hose has a much... That's so much bigger. That might work. Okay. The old hose... That's hard to tell on camera, but this is a lot wider. That'll easily fit over top of this. There. I still don't get how this hose is going to go over top of this part here. This hose is a lot smaller. So this corrugated thing is supposed to either go inside or over top of the black. Let's get some light on this crap, huh, shall we? Check it out here. Okay. So this is the end of here. It's got like a squishy, right? This part goes inside of this, or does this go inside of that? June is being very helpful. I really appreciate it. But look, at least with this, it's the same size. I don't know. No, I don't know. So to me, that's not going to work that way. I bet you this hose is larger in diameter, so this, I believe, is supposed to go inside the corrugated. Because this new hose is a lot bigger than the original, which makes me wonder, were they using... This one's old, this one's new. Let's line up the bottom parts, and you can see the difference. It is a little bit stiffer, but it's actually a lot smaller, and the ribbed hose itself seems a little bit smaller. So I want to take the rubber part that's on here and have it go into this tube here, right? Is that right? Am I right? So I can definitely see how it goes on here. I like that connection. That's like perfect. That's perfect. Look at this. Ooh. Slides in so nicely. That's perfect. Well, that's how I do it. I'm glad I learned something tonight. And then put a hose clamp on there. And hopefully the other end fits into there. If not, I might have to get new input and outputs, or at least the rubber part. Like I said, I don't even like this. It's way too easily pulls apart. It probably will be fine. There's only like one suction cup. There's some keyholes here that look like suction cup could go there. I've seen videos where people put sponge filters inside of here. Being as they're big ass goldfish, I'm not too worried about that. So I don't worry about little fish going in there. To me, I'd almost rather have a spray bar. You know, maybe a solid tube intake. Not like this. Something that's custom made for the length. Anyhow, the suction cups on the back and the bottom of that intake are strong. I got no suction cups on them now. They're just the holes for them. I got one suction cup on the tube. There's a couple more of these clampy deals. It's like a clamping suction cup. So if the number's on it, goes over the hose. Intake pipe. Right, okay, so it's set up that way. You can see the knobs are on here. It's got the nubbins. This is the smooth side. It's supposed to, it probably does come with suction cups, but I bought this second hand, so it was in like a lot of pieces. But I will make it work. I always find a way to make something work. I got lots of other suction cups and clamps and things. I like the look of that better. For sure. Thank you, June. Thank you, Alex. I'm sorry I doubted you. It just didn't look right at first. I should know it. It's not that you guys know what you're talking about. I just am very skeptical. I'm like, okay, I gotta see it for myself. Show me. So this has become like a live stream of not teaching others, but learning myself. And maybe those who have watched me learn have learned something themselves. Learned something themselves. The suction cups? I'll see what I got first, June, and then if I need something, I'll contact you about it. Next week's video, we flooded the fish flooded the fish house. Oh my gosh, I still got. Oh, I can do that. Did Jake win yet? I learned some stuff. Learned some stuff while you were away, Jeff. And my microphone's pointing out away from me. So, yeah, buttons. So your rickety old stand there. It's not a stand. Step ladder thing I've had for a while. looks like it's covered in blood. And which is fine. It'll match when I fall from it. It'll match the rest of the decor. Well, it ran with just that one suction cup for like 3 months. And no hose bendy thing. I just threw it in there. I didn't have the clips. The holes that are. Let's do something here. Let's try a little something. Probably won't let me do it. The holes in the top of this aquarium. So it's not like a regular aquarium where the whole top is open. It's enclosed. There are 6 openings in the top. I'll show you if I can get my own. Man, oh man. https://streamyard.com/, and then the part I'm not going to sing out loud, so I'm not dropping a link in the chat, but there's a Q in it, maybe 2 of them, and then a 3, and then another letter after that, and then one of those, and an F, and enter studio. Alright, what I'm doing here is trying to get in on my phone so I can be a little more mobile. Oh my god. Turn down the sound a little bit. Add the stage. Let me show you the top. I wanted to show you the top of the goodness gracious. Okay, turn it sideways. The top of this thing. So I got the lights on top of here. You know. Let's get that off of there. So it's got covers, right? And one on each side. Now I'm just putting these lights just over that because there's holes here you can feed through, whatever. There's slits in the back. I'd say that's over a foot, maybe 15 inches. These are the holes. I'll show you. So it's somewhat rounded. The back side is square. And that's like perfect for these clips. Because the clips, I can get it back out of here. It'd be like, I don't know. Now that's in there, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay. Okay. Come out of there without breaking, please. Oh, nice. There we go. As you look at the bottom of these, and it's kind of shaped like that. It's like it's meant for the fluval. It will get it in there. Like those annoying videos where the person's always trying to do something with one hand because they're filming. Like, just get something to put the camera on and use both your hands. Right. Yeah. Fern, bringing it back to life. So this tank's going to be between two ferns. Very nice. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that. Let's see, so how many? Let's add that to stage. Let's do this. How many cameras can I put on me at the same time? Have you ever done that before? Yes. Views everywhere. Marvelous views of me. Okay. Okay. Kind of ashamed of myself for being like this. No, I'm not. Perfectly fine with my weirdness. Jesse? Jesse in here? You like the holes? So anyways, it's kind of pretty much encased. Which is nice because it had I filled that thing with water, and it probably, in the 3 months time we had it filled with water, it evaporated maybe an eighth of an inch of water out of it. Not very much. We've gone almost an hour and a half. I learned lots of lessons. There's so much more to do. And I think a lot of times I'm going to just try to live stream a lot of things. Things have been hectic. I'm trying to put out videos. Shorts are a lot easier, but I'm telling you honestly, I have a real respect for people that are able to live a full, busy life, make videos, and edit them all themselves without a team of people, without outside influence. And they're able to do it all on their own. Hats off to you because, man, I've been having a hard time keeping up. But maybe if I get a little more organized, I'll be better at it. I just don't want to burn myself out. I've said it on other live streams, even like last week, that and sometimes I feel like giving up the whole YouTube thing because if I don't put out enough quality content, then it's not fair to the people that are members, or people even that are fans that are not members that expect and want to see stuff. I want to promise, hey, I'm going to do this, hey, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring you along on all of this, and I'm going to do this and that and the other thing, and promise you that on one video, and then be silent for a whole week or 2 weeks. I don't want to do that. But I don't know if it has to be one extreme or the other. So I'm going to try and put out at least something for you guys so you can keep in touch. I just want to keep in touch with you guys. Don't think that we're not out here still doing our best. And let's share as much as we can. Hey, next week, on Saturday, my Uncle Steve he's living out in California, but he's a local boy, born and raised around here. Retired Master Chief in the Navy. He's coming home to visit next week, and maybe on Wednesday he'll be around here. But on Saturday, we're going to kind of like a little family reunion thing on my dad's side, and I haven't seen him in so long, and I get to introduce Katie and my daughter to him. It's going to be great. So I'll get a little footage of that if I can. I'll definitely take some videos and some pictures for myself, and hopefully I'll have something decent to show you guys too on that, because man, I love that guy. He's really cool, and yeah, I'm not going to get into it. My Uncle Stevie's cool. So I got that looking for us for next week. Otherwise, I'm just going to work all week, do my job, come home, take care of my fish, take care of my family, and I hope you guys are going to do the same thing. Whatever it is you are going to do, make sure you put yourself into it, your heart, everything that you can, and be honest and good to each other. Because when it comes down to it, that's all we really got. We have intangible things that are the only real things. This is so weird. Isn't that so weird? That the things that are truly real in this world are the things we can't touch, in a way. So, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you at least next Monday, if not before then, on some other live streams. And you guys are putting out live streams yourselves. I hope that we'll be able to find time to come into there. It's not as often as we used to, but we do our very best. And that being said, I want to thank all the channel members. I don't have time to go through them all right now, but you know who you are, and we thank you very much. So, I'd like to end with a little bit of a something. I gotta put some other stuff on here eventually. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I really mean that.
Gay MJ got a case of the Mondays. Heading to Hagen Hill, where the sign plays aquariums, looking fresh with the fish and plants. Turning work weeks slumped into dance plans. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. High into the sign, breaking Monday spells. Fish in the tank, swim my jingle bells. Plants on the walls,